take a evening coffee break. What's your toy, Blue? I got a bit done today. It was nice out. So I worked on that. Got just a little bit more left. I'll knock it out tomorrow. It's supposed to be nice again tomorrow. And I cleaned up the shop building. Hey, where's your toy? There it is. That was weird. There's been turkeys out in the bottom a couple times today. Oh my goodness, please, you're hot. So right there, let's see, actually from here out to the road will be a garden. And after all the grass I planted this year, out here in the front yard, it's a mud hole. And in the side yard on the other side, everywhere there's not going to be a garden, the grass didn't do very good. But now that I want to plow all this up, the grass actually did the best there. Not the greatest in the world, but pretty good. If you don't know what Cofefe is, you just don't know. Look it up. It's kind of a poke. It's Trumpinese for coffee. Or some such. So if anybody's growing a garden this year, ain't I advise you do, even if it's just a few plants or something. I don't know if anybody else has noticed this, but the gas prices sure are up. Food prices are up and going up higher. Right now there's a large convoy or 12 going to Washington, D.C. of truckers. So I guess while those guys are doing that, there's going to be even more of a shortage. Plus, I don't know if they ever got the cargo ship thing lined out. Anyways, there's already people starting the panic buys and all that, so we're not going to have a supply for the demand. And if prices are going up anyway, people, you seen what happened during the COVID. Go get your toy. Go get your toy, Blue. During the beginning of the COVID, all the toilet paper was gone. It became a big meme, a big joke. You couldn't find toilet paper. But the feller that's the figurehead of this country right now is basically a puppet. I don't think he's competent enough to do his job. There's, I don't know how many, 300 million people in this country, and our selected official is just a potato. It's a long story of how that happened, but anyway, I think they're doing all this on purpose, is running down the country. So now whenever I bought my seeds, for instance, all right, grocery prices, everything's going up, gas, grocery, all that. That's going to hurt farmers that do it at an industrial level, that grow crops, to feed us, to feed America. They're going to have to pay more for their fuel, so they're going to have to raise their prices unless that's said or something. Who knows? Who knows how all that works? I'm sure the government's screwing them out somehow or another. There was rumors going around that they was paid to destroy crops, but anyways, fertilizer, nitrogen. There was another fire that makes two nitrogen plants, and correct me if I'm wrong. I think there's only a few in this country, and another one caught fire. That makes two recently that's caught on fire. So that's a fertilizer that helps these crops grow. It's going to be hard to find. If you do find it, it's going to be really expensive. What I'm getting at is if you grow a garden, I recommend everybody grow a little bit. Whatever space you got, grow something in it. You never know when you're going to need it. And you should have already been stocked up, saved up. I don't know what else to say about that. If you haven't done it yet, then I don't know what you're waiting on. And I know there's people that ain't got much, but I mean, there's food drives. You could hit those up. There's, the dollar stores, just things to get by on. Food's going to be hard to come by. During all this build back better bull butt. Oh, so the live stream's not going very good. I don't know. Probably YouTube. I've got signal showing that it's going. Yeah, we import all kinds of silly things, like fuel, for instance. We've got reserves in this country where we don't need to import anymore. But instead, they shut down the gas lines, the oil lines, and all that. Darndest thing I've ever seen. I couldn't imagine living in a city right now. Blue, that's my dog Claude. That ain't your toy. Come on, man. Come here, Blue Biden. Where's your toy? So what I was going to do was dig up the grass from the garden area and put over here where I need it. But it's the only Claude that I've done so far because I thought, well, I ain't going to do that right now. I'm going to wait. Blue's got it and dragging it all over the yard. Instead of his toy, get your toy. Get your toy. Hey, Brandon, come here. Jeez, I think my dog's a retard. I swear I do. I think he's retarded. Come here. Well, bring your toy. Get your toy. What's going on? So we get fertilizer from Russia. Putin's got the fertilizer. I mean, I hate to say it. Like, I'm sure there's good people in Ukraine, or as our president would call it, the Iranian people in Ukraine. But what a freaking idiot! Lord help us. But I really don't care about what's going on over there because it's just one new world order puppet, right? The Ukrainian puppet against the other new world order puppet, Putin. You don't believe me? Look it up. Putin is just another new world order. If he wasn't, then he wouldn't be a leader. How about that? And he definitely wouldn't be a leader for the last 180 years or however long he's been in charge of Russia. So sorry, I don't care. I'm more worried about my home, my country, than trying to get brownie points for flying a Ukrainian flag or whatever. I mean, God bless them people, and I hope they resolve this and all that. But I'm more worried about what's going on here. I think that's a big distraction for our country. Who knows what's going on over there anyway? They could be having a big tea party for all we know. Because if the news and you got people like Hillary Clinton and Joe Brandon and whoever else coming out and saying, "Oh, poor Ukraine," Ukraine's the biggest donors. Go back to what Putin, not Putin, but Biden said, pay for play, and the Ukrainian officials over there trying to get good boy Hunter out of trouble. They're all in it together, you know. I hope the people rise up. To be honest with you, get rid of all of them. So I ain't been paying much attention to what's going on over there. I mean, I don't know. Did Putin really say that about? Crap. I hope I didn't just block somebody. About Nazis, rounding up Nazis over there. They probably are Nazis. I mean, that's a good tactic of the left is to call your enemy what you actually are. Say your enemy's doing what you're actually doing. Pay for play. Well, it'd be nice to have some activity, and it's liable to happen. But I've been outside playing all day. It's been in the 50s here. It's supposed to be. I think it's supposed to get up to 70 tomorrow. Go get me your toy, turd. Go get your toy, Brandon. Get your toy. You know what the toy is. Go get it. But yeah, I ain't heard nothing all day. Nothing's been going on. But look how bare the mountains are. No self-respecting booger would come around during the daytime hours. And it looking like this out there. Look at that. You can see plumb up to the ridge lines. Green up's close. We might hear some spring peepers. I've heard them. I've seen some robins. All them fellers just coming back into action. I think it's going to be interesting after all that's said and done. I mean, like I said, I haven't really kept up on it, but it's awful funny to me that the left is praising the armed citizens over there, which God bless them. Yeah, get arms. However, they're showing cardboard cutout arms and airsoft rifle guns and trying to pass them off for the real thing. But God, the left's praising them. Yeah, the armed citizens are resisting Putin and all that, and they need to control their borders and keep Russia out of their borders. Stuff like that. Why don't they worry about that in this country? Here they want to take away our guns. They don't want to arm citizens over here. But I mean, if nothing else, this is exactly why we need it. If we was to get invaded, which I think, a lot of folks around here carry weapons, and that's one reason I don't think anybody wants to mess with us. But how are they going to explain all that when this is over? And it will be over. They'll move on to the next catastrophe that they probably made. 99% sure they're going to make the next one. You don't even hear about the COVID anymore. But how are they going to explain that? Why is it good for Ukraine to have strong borders and an armed citizens and not us? Freaking hypocrites, man. I can't stand them. Politicians need to just go away. If only we had a little island to put them all. Let them fend for themselves. They can fly whatever flag they want to on it. It's highly ironic. Man, it's getting chilly fast out here. He was nice. But yeah, I'm interested in seeing what's going to happen with the whole trucker situation. They're getting closer. I think yesterday they was in Indiana, maybe Illinois, one of them two, heading to D.C. That's going to be interesting. I mean, and I hope it catches on, man. People's getting fed up. However, I don't see how they can just do that. How can you take that much time off of work and still make it? I couldn't do it. I mean, if I didn't have to spend my money on anything, I could do it. I believe I could be self-sufficient. But if I want to do things like right now, I'm about done remodeling my kitchen. I really want to get me a tractor. There's a bat. I really want to get me a tractor. How can you just take that much time off of work? I heard one guy talking about something at the end of February, like for a solid week taking off work. Number one, I ain't going to do that. Not this time of the year. I might do it during turkey season. I'll take a week off then. But he's talking about everybody just taking off work, which would, that I think it would help, but it's not going to happen. People ain't going to get together to do that. Number one, because we can't afford it. Again, go back to look at the gas prices and the grocery prices, the inflation going on. Who can afford to do it? I couldn't. Not until turkey season anyway. Then I'll probably just take a couple of days off. Because it could happen like it did this year. Be at the end of the year, there's no days to take off. And things happen. It's one thing certain about life. Things are going to come up. Issues are going to happen. Like an old dummy over here, I just spent over $300 on him because he got the doggy flu. I can't think what it's called. Parvo, that's what it is. Whenever I got the dogs, see, they're supposed to get these shots when they're puppies. Whenever I got him, the guy told me that he had all these shots. Well, old Blue got the parvo, and he was down. I mean, this dog that's 1,000 miles an hour all the time. Go get your toy. Get that toy. Give me a toy. I'll throw it. And then you can go get it, and we'll do it again. But he got the parvo, and he was in bad. I mean, he was just pitiful looking, just awful. And so we took him in there and got him help. He was at the vet for 2 days. Then they sent him home with medicine. Yesterday was the last day he took his medicine. Now we're going to get him his shots again. I don't think the guy got all his shots. I don't know. I guess the guy just lied about it. I guess he got me good. But, so I guess we're going to have that done. And maybe we'll get his dew claws removed because he don't know how to not jump. No, he don't know how to not jump, do you? Hardhead. Give me kisses. Go get your toy. Where's that key cat? Bring me that toy. Bring me that toy. Oh, he's a brat. I can see some deer or something come out. I'm going to do a hoot and see if we get any response, but there ain't been nothing going on around here. I haven't seen no sort of activity. Oh, except for a deer head did show up, and I don't know if Dunny brought it down from up there because I don't see that one up there anymore. There used to be a deer skull up there. See the white thing in the tree next to the white thing? That was the Gibson stump over on the right side of that. And then I put a deer skull up in the tree, and he got moved. And then I thought I seen it up there again. But I haven't been up there. I haven't been fooling with the boogers much. You know, they're going to do what they're going to do. They're going to be around. And apparently there's nothing I can do, especially film and get a good picture of them. Freaking sneaky boogers. But, yeah, the deer skull ended up on the back porch, which I'm sure Blue brought it down here. But he hardly ever goes off on his own in the woods. So I'm not sure how I got down here. Anyway, let's do a vocalization. See if we get anything before it gets too dark and I get too cold to be out here. Nowhere near the tractor. I don't know. I'm thinking about one of those arcade tractors. It's basically a Kubota. That's got a Kubota. I'm a fan of a tractor that I can afford and it's got a bucket and a backhoe on it. That's the kind I like. What's your ears? I caught in a blue dog. Go get your toy. Give me a toy. Give me a toy. Very mean. Give me a toy. Y'all hear that? Papers. Called into spring papers. Either that or it's my tinnitus acting up. Out. Sit. Sit. Good boy. He's too fast. He outruns the ball. I can't tell if that's something moving up there. Bloody coyote. Y'all see movement back there? Way back there at the end of the bottom. Can't tell what it is. Looks like something moved. Might be the deer. I might get out tomorrow in the woods. I'm gonna finish up that building. I'm tired of doing things and it's just getting halfway done. And then I get off on something else. I think another 2 hours and I'll have that building finished. That side of it anyway. I just heard something. Well, watch your ears again. Blue heard it too. Out of practice. You gonna get me a toy? I'll bring it to. Bring it. Give me a toy. Good boy. Come here, bring it to me, turd. You know I'm too lazy to get up. One day I was sitting right here throwing the ball down toward the creek from the German Shepherd in the lab. And right up there where I showed a few minutes ago came like the most perfect wood knock that I've ever heard. I had my phone, I was standing up, and the phone was laying on this table. I think I just got the smartphone. But I continued to throw the ball for the dogs. And then the dogs were getting a fight. The German Shepherd would like whoop this other little stray dog that come in all the time. I started feeding, and anyway, they started fighting. And this little stray dog would always start it, wanting the ball. But the German Shepherd was faster and stronger. And would, just, they got into it bad. So I went over there and like kicked at him with my foot. Man, something made the dumbest noise up there. And it sounded like a bull and just thrashing the brush and stuff. And I never did see it. It's about like it is now, getting dark, but it was summertime and green. You couldn't see up there. That was pretty crazy. It was a crazy time. Wish I could have got that recorded. What's that key cat doing? What are you doing, key cat? Hello, Sissy. A 9N tractor. Not sure what that is. I don't think they're invisible. I think they got like a state of the art camouflage. I think it's something to do with their hair. The one and like the infrasound. I don't know. I've got a couple theories. Like the infrasound that they put off. I was on the porch one night, and it sounded like one of the old World War II planes, like a low droning noise from up on the hillside. I think I got this on video. Anyways, I think that's the infrasound, and I think when they do that, and I think they can get into ranges where we can't even hear it. But that's sound is just a vibration. I think it vibrates the air molecules and just water molecules, and kind of blurs them out. It's one thing. And then one time deer hunting, I'd been up in the stand for a while. It got daylight, and one got up. I was watching something. I had my FLIR with me, and I was watching something. There's a warm spot, and I thought maybe it's pretty far away. But it had got up, and I threw my rifle scope over on it. I think it hit my rifle with my binoculars. But anyway, put the scope on it, and we'd had like leaf litter and sticks and everything just stuck to it, to its hair, like I don't know, like a natural camouflage. Like if you got a shaggy dog that lays down in a leaf pile and gets up and it's got all the leaves and stuff stuck to it. So I think that's another thing, but they're just, I don't know how many times, like I've got this on video with FLIR and everything else, especially at night when they get more brazen at night. But I guess, I think they can see better than we do. You hear people describe them with big eyes and all that. I think they can see better than we can. But they don't know that. They don't know we can't see worth a crap at night. And they put something between you and them. So they're in other words, they're in behind a tree or a clump of brush or something like that. Plus they're intelligent. If you got someone like even this, say, sniper or whatever guy that's trained to in the art of camouflage and hiding and creeping around, they wouldn't hold a lot. You know, these guys are born and raised to it. They do it for a living to hide. So they're going to take any, for instance, right down there where you see that green patch in the middle of the bottom, there. There's like a dip that goes down, and the coyotes are smart enough to get in that dip and watch my chickens. I've seen them do it, and you just see their heads poking up out there. They know there's a dip there, and they know they're screened in. So if you get something, you know, with the intelligence of a coyote, and they're not stupid, but they're not, you know, human smart. I think boogers are more human smart, just in a different way. They ain't worried about no math or anything like that. But who is? But yeah, I think that, you know, they put their smarts into survival and hiding. So they're an intelligent creature. Plus, they got good camouflage, like a natural camouflage, and maybe a few other tricks. But to become invisible, I don't think they get, you know, they can turn invisible. Yeah, elephants do it. There's all kinds of critters that use it. Infrasound. Turkeys use it. You know, there's a few different bird species that use it. Oh, I've picked up all kinds of weird sounds. I mean, I've picked up that what I think is infrasound a few times during live streams. And I think the ones that you can actually hear is maybe like a young booger that ain't got it down yet or something. But I don't know. I'm not. I'm not an intelligent man, a scientist, or even a researcher. I just experience things and try to share these things in hopes that maybe it helps somebody else. Hello, Patrick. Well, if you look at different nocturnal critters, like say an owl, their eyes are bigger. You know, they got a different sort of eye. Most activities, and I ain't saying that, you know, it don't happen during daylight, because I've had all kinds of experiences during the daylight. But I would say a good 80% of the activity I've experienced has been at night. Now, maybe that's because I'm out here at night trying to have an experience. And during the day, I'm doing other things and not really paying that much attention, but it just seems like they're more active at night. I definitely hear more vocalizations at night, but they do happen during the day. I swear something keeps moving down there at the end of the bottom, like right to the left, the middle of the screen. But again, there's another big dip there. It might be a freaking coyote for all I know. If I was a smart man, I'd go get my FLIR. But that would probably take me an hour to find it. I'm not very organized. Today it took me an hour to find my freaking drill bits, like a hex head bit for my power screwdriver. So one thing I did today was start organizing my daggone wood shop. And you'll never guess, I just went out and bought a new sander. And I thought about buying a belt sander. However, today I found that I had uh, two different types of sanders and a belt sander and a router I didn't know was in there. So that's pretty cool. And all kinds of sandpaper. So that's going to save me some money if they, well, I know they work. I tried them. We're getting ready to go in, Blue. Are you hungry? Hmm? Oh, he's a good boy. He's just dumb as a rock, ain't you? Yeah. You got a head like a rock. You're a old hard-headed dog. Mm-hmm. You don't slow down long enough to listen to anything. The screen's going all blurry. Alright guys, I guess we're going to get about to eat. I've laid out a couple of T-bone steaks. Hey, quit. Quit, we're going to eat, dude. I've laid out a couple of T-bone steaks. I think we might grill out. I'm not saying that for tomorrow, though. It might not be thawed. Excuse me, all the way out yet. We'll figure something out. Something to make a turd. Anyway, I'll be around all weekend. If anything happens, then I'll try to jump on here and go live. I'll be outside playing tomorrow, and I might even get out in the woods. I need to go get my turkey spot ready anyways. If not, everybody have a good weekend, and God bless.